Well, the fall season is finally here. Have prices finally started to cool off? Let's take a look and see what happened in the Reno-Sparks, Northern Nevada market in September 2023. Let's take a look. Well, they finally did cool down just a little bit. We've been sitting, 575 range the last couple of months, and we finally went below that 570 range. You kind of look over the last 13 months, and we've had plateaued the last few months, and I still think we're kind of part of that plateau right now. Still, it hasn't changed too much. The prices are holding pretty steady because the inventory, and we'll get in there here in just a second. But you can look. Down 1.3% month over month, but year over year, up 7% still. How quickly is your home going to sell when it hits the market? Our median days to contract went up from 18 days to 22 days for September, meaning just taking a little bit longer to get your home sold. And we'll probably see this number continue to rise as we get into the cooler months. Now, how quickly in your specific price range, whether you're, and this is perfect for those sellers out there, if you're looking to sell, how quickly will your listing likely sell? And we can see that for most of them, the red is September, the gray is August. And so you can see for most of them, it took longer for September, but some price ranges actually it went down. So even the $600,000 to $750,000 range went down from 24 days down to 21 days. So a little bit quicker. What I thought was interesting was that 750 to 999,000 went from 33 days to contract to 20 days to contract. So it took over a month to now less than 3 weeks. All right, so we're starting to see the market, the traditional slowdown for the fall starting to come into effect now. Very typical for September is kind of that hard point where we start to really see the market shift and slow down for fall because kids go back to school, all the vacations have kind of stopped and people are kind of huddling in for the holidays. So you don't see as much activity, but we still are still seeing lots of sales. We did drop from 426 for sold homes down to 372. That does usually slow down and go down in the September timeframe in previous years. And what the new listings dropped as well, from 530 down to 353. Bigger drop than I expected, to be honest. So what that did, our inventory still went up, but just a hair. And September is usually our peak of inventory. We're gonna start to likely see inventory start to decline again. But yeah, usually in September is when we hit the peak of inventory, and then it starts to go down. People start taking their home off the market as we approach those holidays, or hopefully they sell, right? All right, so you're looking at homes in specific price ranges. How many homes are available in your price range in Reno-Sparks for a single family home? Well, you can see most of these held pretty steady month over month. Just slight adjustments here and there. We saw the $500,000 to $600,000 price range, get a few more homes available there. But for the most part, as you can see, most were pretty level on there. So we'll keep an eye on that, but like I said, we'll probably see that go down. We always measure the market as a buyer's market, seller's market. One of the leading indicators of that is the month supply of inventory. We saw it go up a little bit more, from 1.9 months to 2.3 months. This is measuring buyer demand from inventory and sales, and it's at 2.3. So we haven't seen in the twos since February earlier this year. So we have went closer towards a more balanced market and away from a seller's market a little bit, but still in certain price ranges, it is still can be considered a seller's market, especially if it's priced right. I actually got into multiple offers on an offer for a buyer just recently in the last week. And so the market still is hot for certain price ranges and priced well. Let's take a look at the different price ranges and see, what the buyer level and month supply of inventory is. And you can see that the $500,000 to $600,000 range went up from 1.4 months to 2.3. That was one of the stronger ones. Also the $750,000 to $999 went up from 2.5 months supply to 9 months supply of inventory. As I mentioned, we have started to see a decline for fall, and boy did we see it. We went from 417 pending homes in August down to 353 in September. So we did see quite a drop in, lowest we've seen since January. So we probably will see lower numbers again throughout the rest of the year, and this continue. But yeah, look at it compared to last year at this time, 403 September of last year, so a little bit lower. Let's start to get hyper local for the market and look at Reno specifically. We saw Reno's home prices drop down just 1.2% to $610,000. That's still year over year up 13%. We saw active inventory at 596 month over month. That's down over 6% in inventory. And we're still low on inventory. Look at a year ago, it was almost 38% higher. So definitely something to watch. And you can see a lot of these numbers are starting to shift as the market has slowed down for fall. Taking a look at Sparks, we saw Sparks median home price actually went up a little bit, 2.9% to $530,000 median home price, just up 1% year over year. Kind of interesting there. You know, with Reno-Sparks right next to each other, it's kind of interesting just seeing how different some of these can be. Active inventory was at 244 homes. Year over year, that's down over 40%. You can see, again, the new listings down, closed sales down, and it took longer to get a home sold there as well. Looking at Fernley, $375,000 median home price out there. Stayed mostly level, just light tick up there. And we saw inventory drop out there as well. New listings down, median days to contract actually went less as well. So very interesting stuff out there. And look at that close sales, only 31 homes sold last month out in Fernley. Heading to our capital of Carson City, median home price $507,500. It's a little bit less than Sparks. That's up month over month at 8%. Active inventory is at 107 homes available in the Carson City area. We saw new listings drop a bit, and as you see, active inventory and new listings year over year, about 37% for both of those. And we see closed sales, only 48 homes sold in Carson City. Heading a little further south to Gardnerville and Minden, $635,000. Wow, 9.9% price drop since last month, and year over year it's down over 5%. Remember, a lot of these are bigger properties, either bigger homes, larger size lots, different things like that, and that's why we see this be the higher price point compared to all the other submarkets of Northern Nevada. Active inventory was at 163 homes with new listings at 64. Again, they're all inventories down, new listings are down. We're seeing the market cool down a little bit for fall. Finally, to close us out, for condos and townhomes, median sales price of $332,500, just down just a little bit, with inventory actually jumped up 12.6% to 197 homes. So we saw inventory actually increase out there. And new listings, that is interesting, new listings went down 13.8%. So we saw new listings drop down, but we saw inventory start to pick up. So looked like maybe a little buyer activity slow down in that price point. Hopefully you got some great information out here. If you haven't hit that like button yet and you enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit that like button below. It lets me know that you are enjoying these videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button over here and watch my other videos up here as well. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. I'll see you next time.